Westminster has motivation of itself. Senior day once again, and those seniors were Colin Kaywood, Stu Hollinsworth, Carter Wands, Romo Tab, and Casey McCollum. We'll have lots of notes and anecdotes about them throughout the broadcast. Thank you for joining us and taking a part of your Saturday afternoon to spend with us. On behalf of Kirsten Carney, the SID here at Westminster, I'm Garrett Jones, thrilled to bring you this one and thankful that we get to be a part of your weekend. Romo Tab and Clark Davidson meet at middle court, and that is where we will tip it off. Tab easily wins it, Westminster the basketball, and we are underway. Carter Wands with the basketball, moving from your left to your right across your television screen. And they're working around here, starting it with Wands at the top of the key. Stu Hollinsworth look for a big day out of him. He's got it on the left wing, now flings it over to Kaywood, 12 to shoot. Steps into a three, misses everything, and out of bounds off the Blue Jays. Not the start that Mitchell and the Blue Jays wanted. So now here comes Princpia moving right to left. Micah Poulsen, 25.8 points per game coming into this one. Keep an eye on him all day long. They work it down low to Davidson, who feeds the cutting Goodman, who flips it up with the right hand, and Princpia takes the first lead of the day. This is a Princpia team, as I mentioned, 4-17 on the season, but we saw a lot of fight from the women's team in the earlier game of our doubleheader. We'll have to see if the men's team can follow suit. Romo Taub on his senior day, a nice turnaround jumper to get things started. Really special player, playing for his final time here at Henry P. Iba Court, and he equalizes 2-2, just a minute into this one, recently underway in Fulton. And now here's Micah Poulsen. His brother Ben also plays for the team, and he hoists it from the top of the key, gets a friendly bounce, and Princpia is two for its first two. And now Kaywood on the left wing, leaves it in the left corner for Hollinsworth. Little up fake, and Casey McCollum getting a rare start here on senior day. Special move from Matt Mitchell. Thought about a three, but pulled it down. Works in the low post to Tab, 12 to shoot. Double brought Goodman bodying Tab in the low post. He flips it out with 10 to shoot. Hollinsworth drives the lane, puts it up with the left hand. Knocked out of bounds off Westminster, and Princpia will get the ball right back. Turnovers have certainly plagued Westminster recently. That's their first of the afternoon, but in that blown 11-point second-half lead, you could certainly chalk up turnovers as a reason why they couldn't escape with the win that night. That's Poulsen back the other way. His team leading 4-2, 18 minutes remaining in the first half. Princpia drives the lane. They feed it here. Davidson cuts up and under. Nice feed there, and even prettier finish by Clark Davidson, and Princpia, three of its first three. The Panthers starting out hot. Now here's Carter Wands on his senior day. Screen from Hollinsworth. The five seniors all on the floor to start the game for Westminster. Tab forced it, but he followed his shot and knocks it back in. Great job by Romo Tab to grab an offensive board. He's got all four of Westminster's early points. 6-4, Princpia the advantage. 2.5 minutes into this one. And a whistle here, the first of the day. Looks like they're going to tag Tab for his the first team foul. And it'll be Princpia to inbound. Micah Poulsen, a senior from Vancouver, Washington, triggered from under the basket. 19 to shoot, Davidson with it. A true freshman at the top of the key. Poulsen, fancy dribble moves here. And he floats in the right corner. Three for Princpia, their first miss, and the rebound to Tab. That was Brennan Poulsen, Micah's brother, also from Vancouver, who tried the three on the right wing. Now here's Wands, takes a couple steps in and leaves at the top of the key. Tab turns down the three, feeds it down low to Hollinsworth, who finishes with the left hand and ties the game. 6-6, 16:53 remaining in the first half. Right to the cup goes Poulsen, and he scores plus a foul. Micah Poulsen, just a born scorer, especially on a team like this and in a conference like this, can put up some huge numbers. A true volume shooter, gets right to the line and is able to score plus the foul. 76% on the year at the free throw line. A really good shooter from there. And his first one and only one is up and good. So Princpia 9, Westminster 6 early on in this one. Panthers have shown a lot of fight, just like we saw them show against the women's team. Now Wands, top of the key, works in the right corner. Romo Tab a three, no good. And the rebound out to Poulsen and Princpia. Chance to add on a 2-possession lead early. And for a team 13 games under 500, certainly not an opportunity that can be remissed. Edwards again now. Goodman floats it and scores. Trevon Goodman, another 20-point scorer on this Princpia team, scores his first points of the day, and the Panthers take a 5-point lead. Tab looking to respond. Down to the low post. Thought about the shot, but he pulled it back down. 15 to shoot now. They work in the low post. Hollinsworth going to work. Moving away from the basketball in a mid-range jumper hit. Stu Hollinsworth with a nice J. And Westminster back within 3. 11-8, 15:47 remaining in the first half. Now here's Poulsen, the right wing, steps right into a spot up 3, no good. Rebound Carter Wands. And Westminster can't equalize. But Wands right to the cup. Thought Collinsworth was cutting with him. He was not. He veered off to his right, and a throwaway for the Blue Jays. And it looks like they're actually going to rule that Princpia got a hand on that basketball. And they refute that now. My apologies. It'll stay with the Panthers. No substitutions to report just yet. The seniors getting playing time early on. Poulsen on the right wing, gets it to Goodman on the right. Back over to Poulsen. Fires in the right side. And a clean look for Poulsen, who hits. Micah Poulsen with another bucket. He is on fire to start this one. Already 8 points. 14-8, Princpia with an early cushion. That has almost all been courtesy of Micah Poulsen. Step in now. Romo Tab explodes to the rim. And a right-handed finish for the big man. Unbelievable dunk. Can't give him an inch. Princpia did, and Tab took advantage of it. Panthers looking to respond, and they do just that. That's Zach Matters, a true freshman, leans right into a 3, 38% from the outside on the year, and he makes Westminster pay for giving him room. Screen, Hollinsworth. Westminster back at the other end. Strong feed inside, and Hollinsworth kisses it off the glass and in. Timeout, Princpia. Westminster trailing early, but a great game so far. Windshield wiper basketball. Princpia shooting the cover off of it. What's going to happen afterwards? We'll take a quick little break. 14:32 remaining in the first half. Your score, the Panthers 17, the Blue Jays 12, here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Westminster College. Princpia shooting the cover of the basketball to start this game. They lead 17-12 as Goodman explodes to the rim. Too strong of a touch there, and it kicks off the iron and out. Rebound, Westminster. And this is Kobe Wands, who just subbed in the game. Gets a screen from Hollinsworth. Takes a step in and shoots it from the top of the key and connects on the mid-range jumper. Now Princpia coming back the other way. Just a 3-point advantage here. Poulsen's been a big part of that. He gives it to his brother Brennan, who drives in. Went up with the right hand. Followed the miss and got fouled. And Stephen Branch is in the game. Picks up his first foul, the third on the home team. And it sends Poulsen to the free throw line. Poulsen's first is up and good. Out of Union High School in Vancouver, Washington, so the American side up there in the Pacific Northwest. 80% at the line on the season, so a really good free throw shooter. And the second one is good as well. Grant the only substitution for Westminster. Same group out there except for Evan Eisenhower into the game for the first time for Princpia. Now Carter Wands, the senior, kicks it to his younger Kobe. Now Kobe takes a couple steps in and drives, shoots it with the right hand and scores. Nice job by Kobe Wands to get right to the bucket, score his second basket of the day. Strong start for him, going 2 of 2 from the floor. Now here's Princpia back the other way. Goodman down in the low post, leaves it up top for Poulsen, who nearly hit that one from the outside, but left it off the right iron and out. Bad pass there from Kobe Wands and a turnover. Poulsen on top of that one. Now Micah lost it. The basketball hit the scorer's table. Nearly a collision among Kaywood and Micah Gilbreth, who are going to sub into the game now. Makai Gilbreth, I beg your pardon. Hollinsworth and Carter Wands getting a breather. No harm, no foul there. It'll be Westminster basketball. 19-16, Princpia playing well early on. Westminster just trying to keep pace with them. Tab a screen at the top of the key. Wands hooks it back his way. Dribble handoff for Gilbreth. 13 to shoot. The freshman leaves it over. Now Tab drives the lanes. A bull in a China shot. Can't finish, but he follows the miss and can't finish the second time either. Princpia the rebound. Goodman coming back the other way. Takes a couple steps in and leaves it for Poulsen on the right wing. Poulsen nearly lost his balance, but able to stay with it and flips it to his brother Micah. Micah at the top of the key with 15 to shoot. Handoff for Eisenhower. Corner three, Micah. Poulsen, no good. And Westminster finally cools him off and forces a miss. Rebound Kobe Wands for the Blue Jays. Feed over to Kaywood, who leans into a three, no good. And the rebound for Goodman and Princpia. Goodman slows things down, lost the basketball, and picked up by Wands. Feed for Romo Tab. Oh, he missed the dunk. That's unfortunate, but he follows his miss, goes right back up with it and scores. What's a foul? You see the effort there from Romo Tab. He missed the emphatic dunk, but he followed it on the offensive boards and was able to stick with it and score and give his team an opportunity for more points than they would have had on the dunk. You cannot say enough about Romo Tab, who will go to the free throw line. Probably the all-around best player on this team, the 21st member of the 1,000-point club for Westminster men's basketball, 12th all-time in scoring for this program with 1,160 points, as his first and only free throw is good. Leads his team with 89% from the free throw line. You just really can't say enough about him as he ties the game. A minute 55 remaining in the second half after some antics from Romo Tab. Princpia in the low post. Poulsen to turn around Jay, no good. Rebound Brandt. And Westminster slowing things down as Kobe Wands crosses the timeline. Now Wands, dribble handoff here for Kaywood. Takes a couple steps in and some dribble moves. Right wing three, Stephen Brandt short, and the rebound to Poulsen. Now Micah back the other way. He pulls a three and he's gone cold. He's missed his last three. That one was off the right iron and out. The rebound to Kobe Wands. Westminster back the other way. Right to the hoop goes Wands. He missed, but he got fouled. And Kobe will go to the free throw line. That's the second on Princpia. First for Evan Eisenhower. And it sends a really good free throw shooter in Kobe Wands to the free throw line. 88% on the season. Second on the team because Romo Tab wears that Westminster uniform. And he misses his first as Tab subs out. Jack Kitchens, true freshman, checking into the game. And Wands will have a chance for his second here at the line. 19-19, 11:05 remain in this first half. Wands leans into the second one and makes that one. A little bit of help from the rim, and Kobe Wands cashes in to give Westminster a lead. Princpia has been in control in these first 9 minutes, largely thanks to Micah Poulsen, and he gets right to the cup and scores with the right hand. Pretty shot there for Poulsen, who's already got 10. And now Kobe Wands, moving left to right across your broadcast screen, and he pulls from the top of the key, no good, and the rebound out to Nathan Branningham, who just subbed into the game for Princpia. Poulsen explodes right to the hoop amid heavy contact. No foul there, but a whistle eventually. that time on the Panthers. They tap Brandingham with his first foul, the third team foul, and Coach Mitchell wants to talk things over. So we'll get a little break from the action and rejoin you on the other side. Your score, Princpia 21, Westminster 20, 10 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half. You're watching Westminster Men's Hoops here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. And Westminster have played a really tight game early on here. Stephen Brand explodes right to the rim, but got fouled after the miss. And they'll send him to the free throw line, the 14th foul, second on Eisenhower. Stephen Brand, only a sophomore in Westphalia, Missouri, in Fatima High School, but he's really contributed this season. Deep rotation player. And they're actually going to say that foul was on the floor, so no free throws for Stephen. Third on Eisenhower, so keep an eye on that one. Princpia follows suit with a substitution. And that's Clark Davidson, freshman from Amarillo, Texas, on the floor. Out is Brandingham. Now Kaywood to inbound and gets into Jack Kitchens. Kobe Wan slows things down at the top of the key. Screen from Kitchens. Takes a step in now. Floats it in, but a bad pass and a turnover. Poked away there by Carter Wands momentarily, but Goodwin back on top of it. And Princpia now moving from your right to your left. 21-20 their advantage with 9:56 in the first, but they throw it away. Carter Wands right on top of it. Leaves it off for his brother Kobe. Flings it on the left wing. Gilbreth almost lost it. The true freshman able to catch up with it. Now Wands in the right wing. Kaywood straight away. 15 to shoot. Screen Kitchens. Kaywood drives the lane, floats it up. Off the glass, but no good. An acrobatic shot misses. And the rebound to Poulsen for Princpia. Now he slows things down, calls for a screen, and gets it to Eisenhower, stays in the game with 3 fouls. They feed it down low. Davidson goes to work on the true freshman Kitchens. Goes up, hook shot no good, rebound Carter Wands. Westminster stands tall on defense. Now the right wing Gilbreth fires it down low. Kitchens bodies a man, goes up, and a whistle, but he traveled. Jack Kitchens, a true freshman, as I've said multiple times, from New Bloomfield, Missouri, New Bloomfield High School. I got a chance to see him when he was a senior in high school, just a dominant player at that level, albeit at a smaller school. And he's got a chance to contribute early on in his college career, 3.1 points a game coming in. Westminster traps on the other end and forces contacts, but Stu Hollingsworth picks up his first personal, 14th foul. 21-20, the Princpia advantage. That hasn't changed so far out of the timeout. 9 whole minutes remaining in the first half. And now Poulsen to inbound, gets it to his brother Micah. 20 to shoot after the inbound. Goodman now on the left wing. Leaves it for Brendan Poulsen. Micah on the right wing. 13 to shoot. Left wing 3, no good. Matters wanted that one, but it's off the short iron and out. Fight for the rebound. Hollingsworth hits the deck, and he's able to feed it to his teammate Kobe Wands on his back. Now Kaywood takes a step in. Thought about a 3, but pulls it back down. 15 to shoot for Kobe Wands. On the left wing, Kaywood. Pass fake. Back over for Carter Wands. A step in. Right wing 3, Jack Kitchens. No good. And the rebound to Goodman for Princpia. Panthers looking to pull away after establishing an early lead. And Goodman trying to make good on a transition bucket there, left it short, and the rebound out to Westminster. Windshield wiper basketball early on. Fast pace to this one. Kitchens, a smart move, up and under after the ball fake. And Westminster seesaws back in front on the first points from Jack Kitchens. Now Princpia trailing. Poulsen already off to a good start. 10 early for him. They float in a low post for Brendan Poulsen. Bodies Kitchens, extracurricular activity, and a whistle. looks like they're going to get Kitchens for his first personal, the 15th foul. And Princpia will inbound from under its own basket. Poulsen pressured heavily but floats it in. Davidson now feeds in the low post. Poulsen thought around a turnaround, pulled it back down. Westminster able to poke it away, but it goes out of bounds and it'll stay with Princpia. Todd Zimmerman, you hear him calling out from the right sideline. His third year leading this team. They've taken a step back at 4-17 in the SLIAC, but very difficult to recruit to Princpia College. Very small student body as Poulsen hoists it from the left wing, no good. And pesky defense played by Trevon Goodman, who poked it away, but not off a Westminster player. And he'll stay with the Blue Jays. Substitutions in, Romo Tab in for Carter Wands. And the leading scorer, rebounder, and leader in free throw percentage back on the floor for Westminster. Also the leader today with 9 points for the Blue Jays. Wands slows things down and crosses the timeline. Screen Kitchens on his right. Leaves in the left wing. Kaywood takes a couple steps in and flips it up on the left. Wands face guarded here by Matters. Now a three from the left wing. Late shot clock, no good. Fought for and secured by Davidson and Princpia. Now Poulsen back the other way. 7 minutes to play in this first half, 22-21. Westminster the lead, but Poulsen takes it right back. A dozen early points for Micah Poulsen, and Princpia back in front, 23-22. Now Tab. Dribble handoff for Kaywood. Crisp passing right now for Westminster, something they do extremely well. Wands now, 12 to shoot. Kaywood the up fake, drives the lane. Step back jumper, good. Nice play there by the senior and the Helias Catholic graduate. A lot of really good minutes for this Westminster program over the years. Nearly gets a steal there, but scored the bucket on the other end. Now Poulsen back on the left wing, 15 to shoot. Tight defense from Westminster. Tab hits the deck, but his feet weren't set, and he flops down to the ground. That was Hollinsworth, I beg your pardon, and the bucket is good from Davidson. Great game so far. Princpia takes the lead again as Kaywood tries to get it back for Westminster, but leaves it short. And the rebound out to Goodman. Princpia floats it up. Now Davidson cutting to the basket, spinning and winning. Clark Davidson with another bucket, the left-handed finish, and Princpia adds on a three-point lead after the Westminster miss. Clark Davidson with 6 early points, been an integral part of this Panther attack. Hollinsworth right to the cup, lays it up with his left hand, no good. Tipped out of bounds off Westminster. And Princpia separating itself with an early run and a chance to even add on to its lead as they have possession of the basketball. 5:30 remaining in this first half. Princpia 27, Westminster 24. Now Poulsen. Left wing Matters. Pulls it up and fires it across for Brendan Poulsen. Davidson the low post. Poulsen pulls it back down. Feeds it up top for Micah. 11 to shoot. Tight defense being played by Westminster as they fall into a zone. 7 to shoot. Late shot clock and a costly whistle for Westminster. Looks like they're going to tag Kaywood for that one. That'll be the 17th foul. 7 total for Westminster to Princpia's 4. They'll send Poulsen to the free throw line. 76% on the season. First one is up and good. So he connects on the 1-and-1. Princpia again coming in at 4-17 on the season, looking for wins no matter where it can get it. Just 3 in the SLIAC, but they are coming off a win. On the 5th, they topped Eureka 89-78. So big win for them on Tuesday, looking to build some kind of momentum as they end the season. And Poulsen makes good on both, so a 5-point lead for the Panthers. Now Tab. Kaywood now fires in the left corner. They float it down low. Tab going to work. Turnaround jumper, no good. Offensive rebound for the Blue Jays. And Tab, right place, right time, pulls down his 6th board of the afternoon. Now 20 to shoot. Brant back into the game. Just received the pass. Now to Kaywood at the top of the key. Down low, Hollinsworth going to work. Flips it up with the left hand. Acrobatic finish. Stu Hollinsworth on senior day with a nice start. His 8th points of the afternoon, 4 of 5 from the floor. Westminster 26, Princpia 29, 4:19 remaining in this first half. Poulsen left corner, guarded tightly, but he floats up a 3 that's no good, and Westminster with the rebound and a chance to tie. Grant now on the right wing. Over for Kaywood. Collins slowing things down. Dribble handoff for Hollinsworth. Fired up top. Grant right to the cup, goes up with the right hand. Fouled. Couldn't get the shot to go, but it'll go to the free throw line. The 15th foul on Princpia. It looks like they're going to call Brennan Coulson on that one, his first. They'll send Brant to the free throw line. A good free throw shooter, 59% overall. And this is the first. Brant's a guy who, as I mentioned, gets big minutes on this team. He cracked the rotation last year and really impressed Matt Mitchell with the minutes that he was able to give them then. He's even more so doing it now. Second one upcoming for the sophomore. And it's good. Westminster cuts it to 2. Princpia 29, Westminster 27. 3:53 remaining in the first half. And now Poulsen. Poulsen once again. Brendan to Micah. Now over to Matters. Driving the lane, Goodman. Threw it away. Westminster a steal, and Juan's out and running. Leaves it for Brant, cuts right to the basket. Great ball movement, and it leads to an easy layup for Colin Kaywood. And the Blue Jays tie it on the 3-on-2. We'll get a little break in the action. 29 all, 3 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be right back with you for the conclusion of it here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Back in Fulton, Princpia looking to score off a quick bucket on the inbound out of the timeout, but they miss. Goodman trying to run in and steal some fast ones. But Westminster able to stay right on top of it. Now Romo Tab back the other way. 29 all, 3 minutes and 11 seconds remain in this first half. A chance for the Blue Jays to take a rare lead here early on. Hollinsworth steps in, a lot of contact, feeds it to Gilbreth, who just subbed in. Now he floats it, tipped out of bounds off Princpia. It'll stay with the Blue Jays with 5 to shoot. And now Kaywood will trigger the inbound. Westminster's got to hurry here. And the Blue Jays floated in. Tab, a little up fake, got to hurry. Floats it up, no good, didn't even draw iron. Rebound to Princpia nonetheless. Michael Poulsen now. Leaves it for Goodman. Couple steps in, and amid contact floats it up. No good. Rebound Tab and Westminster. Now Makai Gilbreth, Fulton native, getting a ton of minutes down the stretch for Matt Mitchell. Played a career high in minutes last time out, and he feeds to Romo Tab, who hits a fall-away jumper. 11 early points for Romo Tab. Shows he can do it inside and out, and he finishes there. Bad pass for Princpia, nearly tipped away. The Panthers get it right back. Poulsen now. Left wing Matters. Left wing 3. Brennan Poulsen well short, and the rebound to Hollinsworth. Westminster with a rare lead here in the first half. A chance to add on to it. 2:02 remaining in the first half. Kaywood thought about a 3, but he pulled it down. Now fires it across to Stu Hollinsworth. Now Kobe Wands flips it over for Romotab. Down low, Hollinsworth a jump hook, no good. And the rebound to Brendan Poulsen. Princpia with a chance to get out and run, but they slow things down. Now Poulsen takes what the defense gives him and turns it over. Princpia gets it right back. Davidson with it, feeds to Poulsen at the top of the key. Corner three, Zach Matters, off the glass and in. Unfortunate break for Westminster, but it leads to points for Princpia, and Zach Matters will take that, even though that's not what he intended. So a minute 22 remaining here, the first half in its waning moments. 32-31, Princpia the lead. Now Wands floats it up, didn't even draw iron. It'll be out of bounds off the Blue Jays, and Princpia with a chance to add on to its slim lead. Carter Wands back into the game. He's been quiet. Colin Kaywood going to get some time off. Wands still yet to score, an 8.1 per game player coming into this game. Heavy press brought for Westminster. Brendan Poulsen pressured heavily. They get it to Matters. Feeds in the corner for Micah Poulsen. Now under a minute to play. Goodman takes what the defense gives him and drives the lane. No good, but he falls with the offensive rebound. Goes back up, no good. Poulsen grabs it, and it kicks to Matters on the left wing, no good. Another offensive board. Goodman goes back up with it, and a costly sequence for Westminster. They'll put him on the free throw line with their 8th team foul. But you saw it there. 3 offensive rebounds heavily costing the Blue Jays. And it'll send a good free throw shooter in Goodman to the line. 63% there on the season. Again, came in averaging 20.3 points per game. Goodman on the day, quiet so far, only 4 points off 2 of 8 shooting, so Westminster's relatively shut him down. The lefty shooter's first one is up, and good. A little help from the iron there. Subs for Westminster, Brandt back into the game along with Colin Kaywood. Gilbreth and Hollinsworth out. And now the Plantation, Florida native Goodman will finish off his time at the free throw line. 33-31, his Panthers the advantage with 45 seconds remaining in this first half. Second one is up and good. So Trevon Goodman cashes in on both and extends the Panther lead. 44 seconds and counting for Wands and the Blue Jays to make something happen before the half. Kaywood with it at the top of the key. Got to watch him. A fearsome three-point shooter. Now for Kobe Wands. 17 to shoot. On the left wing. Feeds into the corner. Westminster slowing it down here. 25 to play. 10 to shoot. Tab right to the lane and scores. Romo Tab with 13 early on. A nifty finish there. He's proven he can do it all offensively today. And now Princpia can hold for the final shots. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Panthers the lead, looking to add on to it here. They get it to Poulsen on the left wing. 5 to play. 4, 3. They flip it. 2, 1. That's a 3 from Eisenhower, but he misses. So Princpia comes up with no points on the final possession. Great first half of basketball. The Panthers with the lead on the road, 34-33. They lead over Westminster here in Fulton. Micah Poulsen leads the way with 14 for the Panthers. Romotab with 13 for Westminster. We'll be right back with you after a brief 15-minute intermission with the first half stats and storylines headed into the second. It's senior day here at Henry P. Iba Court in Fulton. You're watching Westminster Men's Hoops here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Welcome back to Fulton, the site of today's men's basketball contest at the Division III NCAA level between the Princpia Panthers and the Westminster Blue Jays. Great first half of action. Princpia took a 34-33 lead thanks to some timely scoring and the right hand of Micah Poulsen. He's got 14 to lead all scores. Romo Tab counters with 13 points and 7 rebounds here on his senior day. Colin Kaywood, Carter Wan, Stu Hollingsworth, Romo Tab, and Casey McCollum all honored pregame. Great day for them. The women's team won on senior day as well. A resounding 30-point win for them. Westminster trying to make it a doubleheader sweep, something we haven't seen in a while here at Historic Gym. A quick glance at the team stats for you. 34 points for Princpia, 33 for Westminster. The Panthers shoot 36% from the field in the first half, 23% from the outside, 7 of 7 at the free throw line, just 5 turnovers. Westminster with 5 points off those turnovers. And for the Blue Jays, they shoot 45% from the field, 0 of 8 from 3. So for head coach Matt Mitchell's team, something they really need to get in order, something that helps his team a lot and certainly distances themselves from other teams. 3 of 5 at the free throw line, 6 turnovers, 8 Princpia points off those turnovers. As you mentioned, Tab leading the way with 13 for Westminster. Hollingsworth has 8 and Wan's right behind him with 5. The same starters will take the floor as did in the first half. We're so privileged to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever you are. I hope that you are well and hope that you are warm. And thank you for spending some time with us this afternoon. Again, thanks to Kirsten Carney, our SID, and her wonderful film crew who helped to make this game happen. Garrett Jones here with you, ready to call the rest of the action. Trevon Goodman gets things started in the right wing, flips it up for Clark Davidson. Zach Matter hit some timely threes in the first half, gets it up now to Poulsen. Micah with it on the right wing with 13 to shoot. Goes one-on-one at Carter Wands. Takes off the chest and throws it away, but right into the arms of Romo Tab. And now Westminster with the chance to take the lead on its first possession of the second half. McCollum started the game, and he's in to start the second half now. No action otherwise. Kaywood with it at the top of the key. Fakes it down and pulls it back. Tab pokes it away. Right back to Kaywood on the outside. Right wing's Hollingsworth. Late shot clock. 7 to shoot Tab at the top of the key. Got to make something happen here quickly. He leans into a contested 3 off the short iron and out. And the rebound to Micah Poulsen coming back, moving from your left to your right across your television screen. 34-33, no change in the score so far in the second half. Now Princpia working it around. Back over to Brennan Poulsen on the top of the key. Now straight away, Poulsen tries a 3, left it short. Rebound off the hand of Hollingsworth and in the arm of Carter Wands. And now Wands playing in his final game along with all 5 of these seniors on the floor with him right now here at Historic Westminster Gym. 34-33, the Westminster deficit, just a single point with 18:30 remaining in the second half. Throw away here, Princpia coming back the other way. Trevon Goodman now at the right wing, slows things down and leaves it for a trailing Poulsen, who leans into a 3 and hits. Much to the approval of the traveling section for Princpia, Micah Poulsen hits a 3 and replicates the largest lead of the day for the Panthers. 37-33, they've got a slight advantage. Now it's Kaywood, leans into a 3 on the right wing, no good. Wands flies in for the offensive rebound and leads to Romo Tab, a pick and pop 3, no good. And the rebound out to Princpia. They've got a chance to stack up the largest lead for either one of these teams so they can score in this possession. And McCollum just stops the bleeding and is able to get his hands on Goodman as he was rumbling to the free throw line. And that'll send a good free throw shooter in Trevon Goodman to the charity stripe. 37-33, the Princpia advantage. Goodman looking to add on to that. Came in with 20 points a game as his scoring average. 63% from the free throw line. The lefty's first one is good. Third-year player out of Plantation, Florida and Stranahan High School. Season high 32 points back on the 3rd of January against McMurray. That's his second one. Is up and good as well. By the way, they tagged Casey McCollum on the foul, his first, team's first. And now Westminster finds itself trailing by 2 possessions now. 39-33, the Princpia advantage. They work it around. Tab at the top of the 3. No good. And the rebound offensively to McCollum. Westminster slows things down here. Romotown misses 2 threes to open the half. Westminster still with no points in the second frame. Leaving down to Kaywood. 16 to shoot. Hollinsworth, a fadeaway J. It's good. Stu Hollinsworth makes the basket there. 10 points on his day. The second Westminster score in double digits. And now Goodman back the other way. Takes a couple steps in, drives the lane, puts it up under heavy contact, and in traffic, he's able to draw the foul again. They're going to tag McCollum again on that one. That's his third. And it'll send Goodman to the free throw line. Goodman on the day, making the most out of those opportunities. 4-4 from the line. Princpia still yet to miss from the charity stripe. 9 of 9 on the day. And talk about an announcer curse. They missed their first. Westminster, a team that shoots very well from the free throw line. Princpia as well. 77% for the Blue Jays. As Goodman knocks down. No, he didn't. Halfway down and out. So Goodman 0 of 2 at the free throw line. The first time Princpia has come away without anything at that charity stripe. And Westminster now with a chance to take advantage of it. Wands now leaves it up top for Tab. 39-35, the Princpia advantage with 16 and a half minutes left to play in the second half. Wands now in. Down low, Hollinsworth looking to go up and under again. He does. Stu Hollinsworth with a dozen. And he scores his 4th points of the second half and pulls Westminster back to within 2. Now for Brendan Poulsen on the right wing. Soft screen from Goodman. Poulsen goes right to the lane, and good job by McCollum to get his hands up. Tipped it out of bounds, but it'll stay with Princpia. 14 to shoot on the running shot clock. Poulsen to trigger from under his own basket, floats it in, and Clark Davidson catches up with it. 10 to shoot for the Panthers. Got to make something happen here as Poulsen retreats, gets a screen from Davidson. 4 to shoot, 3 to shoot, leaves him to the left wing. Matter heaves a 3 and it goes in. Zach Matter with an unbelievable shot. Misfortune for Westminster as they did a great job to milk that possession all the way down, but Zach Matter, right place, right time. And now Kaywood on the left wing looking to respond. Westminster trailing by 5, 42-37, 15:48 remaining. Carter Wands with the top of the key. Weak screen from Tab, feeds it down low. Hollinsworth gives it up. McCollum, a rare 3, no good. And the rebound out to Goodman. Goodman moves left to right, takes up his dribble, and goes right at the basket, and a whistle. Frustrated is Chris McCollum. They'll send Goodman to the free throw line once again. They're going to get him on the arm. They're actually going to get Hollinsworth that time, so McCollum doesn't give up a costly 4th foul. But Goodman has done what he does best, and that's get right to the cup and score, draw fouls, get to the free throw line. This is his 4th separate trip there. And his first one is up and good. 3rd team all-conference last year, one of 3 team captains on the Princpia team. Substitutions for Westminster. Kobe Wands is on in favor of McCollum. McCollum, no points, but valuable minutes for Westminster. Great low-post defense as usual. All SLEAC sportsmanship team last year was Casey, as Goodman starting to struggle at the free throw line, misses his 3rd out of his last 4, and Westminster still in this one. 43-37, the Princpia advantage, 15 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Now here's Wands, flips it over, almost behind Hollinsworth, but he caught up with it, and he tried to flip it down low to Tab, but he drew a contact and a foul. That'll be the first team foul on Princpia here in the second half. And it'll send Stu Hollinsworth to the free throw line for the first time today. 6 of 8 from the floor. Really strong day for him. 12 points in total. Hollinsworth on the season, a 56% free throw line shooter, so you never know what to expect here from the line, but he cans the first. His coach last year described him as a bull in a china shop, a feast or famine type player. And he's got some big game experience. Able to come in these games and contribute down the stretch for Westminster. Really cleaning up his stat line as he knocks down the second, and he leads Westminster scores with 14. Deficit only 4, 43-39, the Princpia advantage, with 15 even minutes to play. Now Michael Poulsen, screen Goodman. moving from your right to your left. Vertically up the basket and good. Poulsen, amid heavy contact, scores again. He's got 19 to lead all scores and 6 points to lead once again for Princpia. Now Wands back over for his brother Kobe after it hit the hands of Hollinsworth. Screen from Stu. Wands goes back up with it. Fight for the rebound. Grabbed by Hollinsworth. Chaos in the paint, and Stu flips it up and in. There's some of that bull in a China shot mentality that Matt Mitchell was talking about. A man hits the floor, but Stu Hollinsworth carefully able to get around him and score. 16 to lead the Westminster scores. Now Goodman right to the cup, lays it up and in with a silky left-handed finish, and his third field goal of the afternoon. Javon Goodman hits double digits, 11 for him, and a 6-point Princpia lead. They've got 47. Westminster has 41 with 13:55 left to play. Now Wands. Tab a left wing three. It's good. Big shot, Romo Tab. He's struggled from outside today, but he knocks down his first three-pointer and draws Westminster back to within 3. Timeout, Todd Zimmerman and Princpia. They'll talk things over as we break shortly. We'll be right back with you on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Back in Fulton, Princpia came in with just 4 wins on the season, but they are playing extremely well here on Westminster Senior Day. They lead 47-44 as the Blue Jays bring a heavy press. But Princpia able to get around it, and now Poulsen with it, 15 to shoot at the top of the key. Couple steps in now, leaves it left wing. Poulsen drives, slips it back over for Micah, contacted on the three-pointer, and out of bounds. Clark Davidson tried to reach his right arm back for that one, but carried him away, and a turnover for the Panthers. Now Westminster with a chance to tie it. Princpia is led by as many as 6 points, Westminster by only 4. And they flip it here. Hollinsworth right to the cup. What an afternoon for Stu Hollinsworth, really playing well on his senior day. 18 total points off 8 of 10 shooting. And the Blue Jays are working through he and Romo Tab right now. Poulsen right to the cup. You bet. Micah Poulsen, 25.8 points a game coming in. Following suit now, 19 points through this one. Kobe wants a jumper, no good. Who else? Romo Tab right there to knock it back in, and he scores off the offensive rebound. 18 to 10, a double-double for Romo Tab. 49-48, the Princpia slim advantage. 12:37 left to play now. They feed it low post. Davidson wide open. He was surprised he had that much room, and he finishes without contact. Smart move there by Hollinsworth not to pick up a foul, especially since he's already got 2 and how well he's playing right now. But nonetheless, Princpia 51, Westminster 48. Blue Jays with the basketball, moving right to left across your screen. And now Wands moving vertically. He lost the basketball, able to get it right back. Late shot clock. 5 to shoot. They kick it in the corner. Wands right to the cup, feeds a cutting Hollinsworth, and he finishes with the left hand. What a play by Stu Hollinsworth to move away from the basketball and get right to the rim. And Kobe Wands unfazed by the late shot clock. Now Poulsen back the other way. No good. Would have been a huge shot for him to hit there, but he can't connect. An offensive rebound for Princpia, much to the dismay of Mitchell and the coaching staff. Loose ball hits the deck, and Westminster with the takeaway and a chance to take the lead. 51-50, they lead with 11 and a half minutes remaining. This one is tipped out of bounds as Westminster came back the other way. Goodman couldn't help himself, and Westminster will retain possession. A couple subs for Princpia. Nathan Branningham in, as well as Evan Eisenhower. In for Zach Matters and Clark Davidson. With such a small unit for Princpia, only 10 dressed players today. No doubt some guys getting big minutes, and you've seen that today from Matters and Poulsen alike. As offensive foul is called here. Hollinsworth going hard to the rim. That's his third personal, so keep an eye on that. The third team foul, and Westminster squanders a potential go-ahead possession. Fans really don't like that one. This has been a tight contest throughout. Not chippy and well officiated so far. But Princpia on the other end, leading by one, 51-50. I guess the basketball doesn't lie because Hollinsworth rips it away. Coming back the other way, right to the cup, unfazed, and he finishes the reverse layup. Stu Hollinsworth is cooking with gas right now. 22 points to lead all scores. And Princpia flustered on the other end. They just gave away the lead, and they give away a possession. Timeout, Princpia, after Westminster completely seizes momentum. Stu Hollinsworth playing out of his mind on his senior day, and Westminster now with the lead in this seesaw affair. At the 10-minute and 52-second break after the timeout, your score, Westminster 52, Princpia 51 on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Back in Fulton, thank you so much for making us a part of your Saturday afternoon. Westminster with the basketball, up by one, moving your right to your left. 52-51 their advantage, 10:44 left to play. Now the Blue Jays reset, 15 to shoot now. Kobe Wands takes a step in and flips it up for Romo Tab, who cuts right to the basket and scores with the right hand. So a 3-point lead for Westminster, something they have not had in the second half. And now Micah Poulsen, one of the most dangerous scorers in this conference, looking to cut into that. Now he leaves it on the right wing. Here's Brendan Poulsen, working it down low. Poulsen on the left wing, 12 to shoot. Late shot clock, Brendan Poulsen. Now up to Eisenhower, 6 to shoot. Down in the low post. Turnaround jumper, Brannington no good on the follow. They said he drew iron, but I don't think he did. And the referees agree with it. Brannington did not draw iron on that shot. It should have been a shot clock violation. So there's going to be just 1 second on the shot clock as Princpia retains possession. Great catch by our referee crew here. SLIAC referees usually really balance and call a really good game. Desperation coming here for Princpia if they don't just throw this away. And they float it in. Brannington comes down with it, but the shot clock expires before he gets the chance. And Westminster stones them on defense once again. They have really turned it up on that end of the floor. And the Blue Jays take over. 54-51, the Westminster advantage. Under 10 minutes left to play. We are halfway through the second half. Westminster looking to close off win number 11 as Tab leads into a three, and he's looking to add on to that. Romo Tab with the big bucket can do it from all over and knocks down his second three of the afternoon for 21 points. 6-point lead, the largest of the day for Westminster, but Micah Poulsen didn't like that too long. He knocks down a transition three, and the Panthers right back in it. Poulsen with 24 in his day. His third three-pointer knocked down. Now Kobe Wands with on the left wing. Back over to Romo Tab. He leads all scorers with 23. Now it's in the left corner for Wands. Pulls it no good. Rebound Brandington comes up with the loose ball and now gets it to Poulsen. Micah Poulsen takes it down, face guarded, and they bring the double. Nice behind-the-back move there for Princpia. Still with a chance to tie it. They get it to Goodman in the low post, but a whistle and he traveled. Another turnover for Princpia. That's been their kryptonite today. 9 turnovers to Westminster's 8, and after that it'll be 10. Westminster with 9 points off those turnovers. Princpia getting 11 off of Westminster's 8. So the Blue Jays looking to create any separation, which both teams have been grasping for this entire second half. Up with the ball by 3. 8:37 remaining in the second half. Now it's Carter Wands. Flips it to Brand. Left wing Kobe Wands. Screen from Brand. 10 to shoot. Hollingsworth with the pass fake down the screen. And Romo Tab gets it swatted right out of his hands. Goodman back the other way. And he takes it right to the cup and scores under oppression. Steven Brandt's block was for none, and Goodman turns it back down to 1. Kobe Wands with it, 8 minutes to play in the second half. Really good crowd here at Historic Gym. Very loud this afternoon. Carter Wands in the low post, flips it down to Hollingsworth, flips it back door, 10 to shoot, a 3 from Brand from the right wing, and he hits. Steven Brand doesn't step outside very often, but when he does, he's connecting. 35% from the three-point line. He knocks down his first one there and extends the Westminster lead to 4. And now Poulsen. Princpia looking for some kind of response. 60-56. The Blue Jays have played well in the second half. They nearly get a steal there, but unfortunately for them, Brandt poked the ball loose and it touched out of bounds off of Hollingsworth, so we'll stay with Princpia. And they'll throw it in from under their own basket. This is Eisenhower to pull. 7:32 remaining in the second half. The referee straightening something out at the scores table. I believe they're trying to figure out the shot clock, something that we've seen a problem here with this afternoon. And something that happens. Basketball is a quick game, and you often see the shot clock is hard to manage. Still a great all-around crew here at Westminster. Once again, a big thanks to Kirsten Carney, our SID, her wonderful camera crew who make this happen for us, and all the volunteers here at Westminster who run the scoreboard and the scorers table. 24 points for Micah Poulsen to lead all scorers. Romo Tab not far behind him with 23. Stu Hollingsworth with 22 off an incredible 10 of 12 shooting. He's also knocked down 2 at the free throw line and grabbed 6 rebounds. So those have been the leaders so far for Westminster. And again, this is senior day. So the Blue Jays took time to honor 5 consistent contributors. Colin Kaywood, 1,700 minutes with this Blue Jay program. He's been quiet today. 4 points in total. And they continue to figure out the clock here. It'll be 4 in the shot clock for Princpia when they're set to inbound. Carter Wands, 387 career assists. Another one of these seniors honored. 3.4 assist to turnover ratio on his career. Stu Hollingsworth, 325 points as a junior last year. And now a late shot clock. That was Poulsen who tried to pull a 3, no good. Rebound for Westminster and a chance to take their largest lead of the day. 60-56, the Blue Jays lead, 7:21 with the basketball. Wands right to the cup, in. Mid-range jumper for Kobe Wands. He's been quiet overall, only 7 on the day, but Westminster will take it and they match their largest lead. Floated down low to Goodman in the low post, rips right through and goes up to this basket, strong with the right hand, and draws Princpia back within 4. Strap in, folks. This one's going to fly by as we come to the conclusion of this one. Westminster hanging on tightly to a 4-point lead. Now Wands. Top of the key. Romo Tal. 15 to shoot for the Blue Jays. Princpia desperately trying to stay in this one. And the two brothers were not on the same page. Kobe Wands a little long on that pass for Carter Wands. It falls aimlessly out of bounds, but a turnover for the Blue Jays. Eisenhower checks out of the game. Zach Matters back into the game for Princpia. 62-58. Westminster clinging to a narrow lead down the stretch here. 6:30 remaining. You're at Princpia court. Left wing 3, Zach Matters. He's been on top of those today, but he misses that one. Now the rebound out to Westminster and Carter Wands. Wands pulls it down, turns it over. And Westminster's been great with the ball today. Only 11 turnovers on the day, but they give it away that time. Now Poulsen rips it through, gets it to his brother Brennan. Brennan drives now and pulls it back down. Zach Matters the up fake in a dribble drive. Carries it right to the lane and scores with 2 hands. So the lead cut down to 2 with 6 minutes even remaining. And folks, we've got a great one. Stick with us down the stretch. Who knows what'll happen. 62-60, Blue Jays advantage and the ball. Stephen Brandt on the right wing. Now feeds it to Hollingsworth, a jumper from the top of the key. No good, halfway down and out. Only the 3rd miss of the day for Stu Hollingsworth. And a chance to tie or take the lead for Princpia. Now on the right wing for Matters. Works around with 20 to shoot. Goodman at the top of the key. Takes a step in now. Great ball movement for the Panthers. Down low to Poulsen. Right wing for Matters for the lead. No good. And the rebound out to Goodman. Offensive board for Princpia. Great block by Brandt. And Westminster with a chance on the 2-on-1. Right to the cup and finishing is Carter Wands. And on his senior day, Carter Wands been quiet all afternoon. Finally makes a big play. So your score, Westminster 64, Princpia 60. The Blue Jays will take a quick timeout, talk things over. We'll be right back with you for the conclusion of this one on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Welcome back to Fulton. Brendan Poulsen now with the basketball, moving left to his right. And now he works it down low for Clark Davidson, just sub back in, and he scores a bucket to bring Princpia back within a bucket. 64-62, the Westminster advantage. We are under 5 minutes left to play. Handoff here, Carter Wands, moving horizontally across the floor. Now he flips in the right wing for Stephen Brandt. Pulls it back down with 12 for shoot. Screen from Hollingsworth. Kobe Wands with the basketball. Goes strong to the cup and finishes plus a foul. And one opportunity for Kobe Wands, who's been quiet today but has the capability to take over any game. And he does just that. 4-point cushion for Westminster. And Kobe Wands looking to add on to that. Substitution in Colin Kaywood in for Carter Wands for the Blue Jays. Sends a good free throw shooter in Kobe Wands, second on the team with 88% at the line. His first one is up and good. 5-point lead for Westminster. 4:30 remaining left in this one. Now Princpia moving vertically across the floor. Your left to your right. Poulsen up with it. No good. And Micah Poulsen has been struggled to stop all day. But the Westminster defense stands tall, and the Blue Jays stone him and get a rebound. Now a stack screen for Stu Hollingsworth. 17 to shoot for Kobe Wands with it at the top of the key. Feeds it to Hollingsworth, who leans into a jumper. No good. And the rebound to Goodman. So Princpia not going away, but they throw the pass right into the arms of Westminster, and a chance with the 3-on-2. Brandt to left wing 3, no good. And the rebound out to Princpia. So the costly error from Goodman doesn't prove fatal. And on the other end, Davidson grabs a rebound after the Poulsen miss, goes back up and finishes with the right hand. Keeps it within 3. 67-64, the Westminster advantage. .325 left to play. Kobe Wands, no good. Rebound Zach Matters, and suddenly Princpia with a chance to tie. Panthers right to the cup. They flip it to Davidson, but throw it right away again. Sloppy ball handling continued for Princpia, and Westminster a chance to take advantage. 3 to go. Hollingsworth brings it down, goes back up again, is rejected. Davidson another stop. Hollingsworth gets another rebound, goes up strong and finishes plus a foul. Oh my, Stu Hollingsworth stays with it, and on his senior day continues to show out. 2 misses, 2 offensive boards for Stu Hollingsworth, but he made the one that counted, his 12th field goal of the afternoon. And he's got a free throw to boot. It's good. Stu Hollingsworth, the 56% free throw shooter, connects on that one. He's got 25 on the day, 11 of 17 on the day from the floor, 3 of 3 from the field goal line, free throw line, I should say. 25 for Hollingsworth, 23 for Tab. Stu leads all scores. And now Princpia desperately hanging on for dear life, now down 70-64 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Zach Matters in the corner, leans into it, no good. Rebound, Davidson goes back up strongly, rejected by Tab. Davidson able to follow and finish. And they cut it back to within 4. 2.5 minutes remaining. Who wants it more? Westminster 70, Princpia 66. Now Brant in the corner. This unit has been affected, but Kaywood, a mental error, throws it away. Didn't see the cutting wands and throw it away into the first row. The 12th turnover of the day for Westminster, 13 for Princpia. And now Poulsen looking to take advantage of the Westminster error. Dribble moves, creates separation, and scores the three-point bucket. Micah Poulsen has been all over the floor today, scoring 24 key points, none bigger than that one. Now 27 on the day. He brings Princpia back to within 1. Timeout Matt Mitchell and Westminster. And with 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, we'll take a quick break and rejoin you shortly. Good one, folks. Stick with us for the end. Well, how will this one unfold? This game has been a little unexpected beauty. Westminster looking for its 10th conference win. They've got to fight off the feisty Princpia Panthers. And now they work in the corner. Wands at the top of the key with 15 to shoot. Carter Wands quiet on his senior day, but they work it around. Kaywood, a good job to even catch up with that ball. Late shot clock. Cullen works in the low post. Tab in the paint, floats it up with 3. No good. Offensive rebound in the stick back. Great job by Romo Tab to follow that one, grab the offensive board, and put it back up for 2. And a 3-point lead with 1.5 minutes remaining for Westminster. Micah Poulsen been a pest all day. Top of the key. Poulsen leans into a 3. Brennan Poulsen hadn't made a shot all day. He hits that one and ties the game at 72. 72 all, 1 minute and 10 seconds from historic Westminster Gym. Carter Wands with the ball in the left wing. Floats it up for Romo Tab. Handoff for Kobe Wands. 12 to shoot. Screen Romo Tab. Leans into a three-pointer and hits! Romo Tab with a huge shot. 28 points for him on his senior day, his 3rd three-point bucket. And Westminster's versatile big man puts them up by 3 with 55 seconds remaining. We'll be right back with you for the conclusion of this one. Princpia hanging on for dear life. They'll have the basketball here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. Here in Poulsen, you hear the huddle break for Princpia. 1-2-3 finish. Just trying to do that here and hang on to what's been a great game for them. They've led by as many as 6 points, but Westminster doing the inverse of what happened last time they took this floor. They blew an 11-point lead to the conference leader Webster on Wednesday night. That one, no doubt, did not sink well in the stomachs of this Blue Jay team. And now Princpia with the basketball. They roll it into half court. Great move there. 53 seconds and counting remaining. Micah Poulsen with the basketball at the top of the key. Works it around. Brennan Poulsen just hit a 3. Huge one at that. Now Poulsen again. Two-man game between the two brothers. 16 to shoot. They work it down to Goodman, who goes hard to the rim and scores with the left hand. And Coach Zimmerman wants another timeout. Talk strategy from this point forward. His Panthers have cut it down to a single-point lead. 75-74, the Westminster advantage. Micah Poulsen has been incredible on the other end for Princpia. 27 points, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 4 of 10 from outside. Romo Tab leading the way with 28 and 11 for Westminster. 3 3-pointers, every single one of them bigger than the last. But we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Stu Hollinsworth, who's just a rebound away from a double-double at 25 points and 9 rebounds, 11 of 17 from the floor, including starting out hitting 10 of his first 12. Westminster 74, Princpia 74. 75-74, I beg your pardon. The Blue Jays with a chance to distance themselves here. They could take as much as a 4-point lead. And they get the ball here. 36 seconds and counting. Blue Jays clinging to a 1-point advantage. No matter how this one finishes, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been a great day of basketball. Carter Wands with it. 16 to shoot, 21 to play. Westminster looking to dribble out the clock. Kobe Wands with it at the top of the key. Face guarded, one-on-one. Kobe to his left, 8 to shoot. Pulls it down, goes up, and he missed with the right hand. The rebound out to Princpia. They can hold for the last shot or quickly score. Poulsen right to the cup, and Goodman finishes. Princpia takes the lead with 3 seconds remaining, and 9 nears resurface for Westminster. Kobe Wands tried to take it right to the lane with his right hand and couldn't finish. And Princpia got a rebound. Goodman able to take it coast to coast and finish with the right hand to give Princpia a 76-75 lead. So 2 quick buckets have seesawed the Panthers back in front, and now Westminster, in desperation, will have to try for the win here. 4.5 seconds remain between Westminster and an upset loss. They've led by as many as 6 in the second half, as has Princpia. It's been a tight contest throughout. They're going to give them 4.5 seconds to finish this one. Another close game for Westminster. Again, in case you missed it on Wednesday night, they took a really, really tough loss to Webster. 77-74 the final there. But they led by as many as 11 in the second half. We've seen that today. Another big lead, 6 points, and they've squandered them both. All's well that ends well, and Westminster just trying to make something happen. It'll be Blue Jay basketball. Who wants it more? 4.5 seconds for Westminster to go to length of the court and score. On the floor, it's Kaywood, both Wands brothers, Romo Tab, and Stephen Brandt. Mitchell opts for his shooters, and they nearly turn it over. 2 seconds. One, a full court heat from Hayward. No good. Wow, an upset win for Princpia on the road. Westminster, another second half disappointment. They throw away the final possession. And a tough loss for the Blue Jays on senior day. You hate it for those guys. They all played extremely well, but unfortunately Princpia just too feisty to fight off for the Blue Jays. Your final score, the Panthers 76 and the Blue Jays 75. You saw it here on the Westminster Athletics YouTube page. The crowd wants to stay back and applaud these wonderful seniors for their contributions. Romo Tab, a senior, Sue Hollinsworth as well, 28-25 respectively for them. You see a huge sigh of relief for Todd Zimmerman. Only the 5th win of the year for Princpia. They've now won 2 in a row. Westminster drops their 3rd in a row. And 2 teams head in the opposite directions. The 4th win of the season for Princpia in the SLIAC. Westminster falls to 10-13 on the season, 9-7 in conference. Princpia now 5-17, 4-11 in conference. Micah Poulsen, the player of the game for them. He scores 27, 10 of 20 from the field, 4 of 10 from outside. And as for the team stats, Princpia 70